Friday, and none of it would be possible without your donations. Your donations help pay for new equipment that we use to improve the quality and increase the quantity of the games that we bring to you. And you can donate anytime by going to kvsc.org and clicking on the Donate tab.
You're live in 5, 4, 3.
Oh, sounds like it's time for me to get to work. Welcome into Husky Studios. This is Husky Sports Friday.
Inside the lovely confines of the Husky Dome, the Kelly Loss Tournament continues in earnest as the St. Cloud State Huskies get ready to take on the University of Sioux Falls. Welcome everybody inside the broadcast booth behind home plate. Ricky Clavercamp here alongside me to my left, as he has been, well, all day today. A little late on the start, but it's Jake Waddell. Jake, how are you?
Ricky, I'm good to be here with you. It's good to be here at the Husky Dome, as you mentioned. And listen, you know, you talked about it. A little bit of a late start to the afternoon here. Supposed to be underway about 5 p.m. There were, I believe, 3 matchups ahead of us today, and it feels like all of them went into extra innings, frankly, as it's just 6:30 on the head here, and we are just about to get underway with a game that was scheduled at 5 o'clock. And gee, I hate to break it to you, but there's still another game after this.
It's a doubleheader tonight. The first game of it's St. Cloud State University. The Huskies taking on the University of Sioux Falls, and Jake, SCSU coming in from last night. They got to be riding high. A 4-0 win against Bemidji off the back of today's starting pitcher, Trinity Junker, 17 Ks last night.
Well, and listen, what a horse she's going to be for this team. As she's, you know, I mean, at least last night cemented herself as the go-to option. There's no really way to go to anybody else. I mean, you hear this a lot in hockey, Ricky. You ride the hot hand, right? And you mentioned, I mean, career high 13 strikeouts in one ball game coming into yesterday. Trinity Junker takes them out against Bemidji State. Fans 17 in a game where she gave up, I believe, 3 hits, and the Beavers never really threatened to score in that ball game, as the defense of the Huskies picked up Trinity Junker, which did give up a couple of hits there, and the offense showed up, and I mean, the rest is history. So, yeah, a great start to the season for Trinity Junker and St. Cloud State, and now a couple of big games here. Officially non-conference games against conference foe that you'll see later on in the year, and a good chance to start off on the serious right foot for St. Cloud State.
Another person to bring up, another 2 people to bring up, Sydney Trees and Colhane as well. Colhane going 3 for 3 yesterday with a couple singles and a double. Sydney Trees, she goes 2 for 3. She had a home run and a double. Outstanding performances from them offensively as well.
Well, and listen, I mean, when you can get the bats going early, like the Huskies have done here in the first game, I mean, you know, and when you can strike 60%, 100% of the time in your at bats, I mean, you get that confidence going, and then you just see how long you can ride that. I mean, you know, not to speak ill of any of the opponents we're going to see here this weekend, but this is definitely not the Huskies' toughest part of their schedule this year. So I think when you can capitalize on those opportunities, get the numbers up, get yourself feeling good, and then when you play some tough opponents, you know, hey, we can put bat on baseball. It's going to be a good time for you.
Looking over at the Cougars, on the other hand, USF, they dropped both their games last night in a 3-0 loss to not even an NCAA team, Northwestern, who's kind of run roughshod over this entire invitational. They've won all 4 of their games, but we'll get to that probably later in the broadcast. A 3-0 loss there. The losing pitcher in that affair was Hannah Kress, the returning pitcher, one of them at least. And then also they lost 8-4 in 8 innings to SMSU, who we just watched fall to said Northwestern team. And then earlier today they also they beat the Bemidji State Beavers by a score of 5-1 off the back of another Hannah Kress performance. So Hannah Kress, seeing her name a lot, but the starting pitcher tonight is going to be, oh my goodness, I got to remind myself, it's Vanderswag, Kate Vanderswag. She went 7 innings last night against Southwest Minnesota. She had 11 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those earned, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And really, it's been kind of a combination of only 2 pitchers for this USF team.
Well, and listen, Kate Vanderswag, one of the NSIC players to watch, one of the big returners here for this Cougars squad, and they're going to need her to be great. I mean, it's a young Cougars squad. They're much like St. Cloud State in the way they've got a couple of veteran returners. You look at some pieces like Vanderswag, Damaris Cuevas, we'll see here behind the plate here tonight. Kylan Strait, we'll see here in the outfield. A lot of big names that this team can build around as they've really kind of been itching at that 8-9 spot. In the NSIC, they're looking to kind of get up into the top 5 and really be competitive here. But it starts with those on the mound and the bats at the plate. And for Cuevas, last season she tore up the NSIC at that plate. And you mentioned Caitlin Vanderswag. Had a phenomenal breakout season on the mound for USF. So, look, early on, I said it earlier with St. Cloud State, it's about building momentum, building confidence, and if you can go to some of your big bats, your big guns, and let them kind of wheel and deal early and get some confidence into the whole roster as part of it, that's what you're going to want to do.
Looking at the starting pitching tonight, it's going to be, as I mentioned, Trinity Junker. Last night, all 7 innings pitched. She had 29 at-bats is what she faced. 3 hits allowed only, no runs, no none of those earned, of course. And then 1 walk, and then 17 strikeouts. An absolutely wonderful night from her last night. And she's getting a start again tonight. Of course you would. Why not?
What? Yeah, and listen, we talked about it yesterday. You talk about starting pitchers throwing 100 pitches and how they, they never do that. They throw their arms out really easily. It's kind of a more high intensity game on there, for in a Major League Baseball setting. But these softball girls, these women out here, they're horses just as well. When you can get someone like Trinity Junker to throw 80+ pitches in a game, fan 17, and then you ask her, hey, are you good to go tomorrow? And she says, absolutely, put me back out there. She wants to play. She wants to break that number. She got 17 yesterday. She's looking for 18, I'm sure, as we are about to get underway here from the Husky Dome.
As we indeed get underway, Trinity Junker sets and delivers first pitch. It's high, ball 1. We are officially underway. First pitch is at 6:35. Looking at the starting defense, Fitzgerald at third, Vanden Langenberg at short, Krager at second, McFarland at first, Trinity Junker at the mound, of course, and Sydney Trees sitting behind home plate. For second pitch here, it's outside. Ball 2. Out in the outfield, Brooke Bolin out in left, Pinkowski in center, and then Weinberger, who played first yesterday, she got moved out to right in favor of Spa, who's not in the lineup tonight. The 0-2 from Junker. High, ball 3.
Well, and listen, she's put 3 balls right down the chute so far in this game, and they've all just missed that zone high. And you've got to wonder maybe how long her leash is if this start doesn't go the way that head coach Mitchell Roberts and Trinity Junker would want it to, coming off of that 17 strikeout performance here yesterday.
Kylan Strait in left-handed batter's box. First strike called there on the outside corner. Just barely caught the corner. So it's a 3-1 count. See if Junker can fight back here. Looking at this, it's going to be Kylan Strait, Lexi Swift, Kylie Madrid to start us off here batting. The 3-1, it turns into 3-2 as that one's waved at. So we're fighting back to full here from Junker. That's what you like to see from your starting pitcher.
Well, and you expect, as you mentioned, good work out of your ace that's established herself in this lineup. You got confidence coming out of yesterday. You can get back and count. She maybe fell behind because she's just settling in on those first couple of pitches, but we saw this still yesterday. She only faced about 3 full counts yesterday.
That one's fouled straight back. Look out us as it goes right behind our backs. So we'll do this again.
But, settle in as early as you can. If it takes you the first batter or 2, well, then, hey, you're only human, as all of these players are. So you expect...
Also, the cold could be playing a bit of a factor into this one.
It is chillier today than it was yesterday.
Absolutely. Let's see, you got the Kleenexes here. 3-2, roll, ball 4. And first batter is aboard, Strait reaches. Strait so far this season, she was batting .250 before this at bat. Only out of 3 games. She's had 12 at bats currently. First walk of the season. Up steps Lexi Swift. So yeah, it's going to be Strait, Swift, Madrid, Vanderswag, the pitcher, getting batting cleanup here. And Jaden Haley, Megan Lawson, Reese Holtzhauer, that one's fouled back again. Look out, right into the broadcast booth.
The important thing is, Ricky, it missed all the technology.
Yes, it did.
That
was very close
right
to
on the
your laptop.
we're talking inches away.
So the 0-1 count here. Junker 8 pitches in. Actually, she was absolutely efficient. Showing bunt was Swift. she'll take strike there. She pulls back. Going back to it, Holtzhauer is batting 7th. Quares and then Jones as well will end the batting order for the Cougars. Tree sets up outside the pitch. Runner going, throw down to second base, not in time. Trees tried to frame the pitch instead of throwing it to second. Straight, clean steal. She didn't even really have a play.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, Trees, that's a tough play for her to make, as the runner straight was just, I mean, she was halfway to second by the time that pitch was framed by Trees. Then you've got to get up and fire that thing and try to beat the speed of the leadoff runner. And it's a tough play to make here in softball. You know, a lot of these women, they play that game, they play that stolen base. And the speed's a big game here in softball. So, I mean, it's a tough play to make for any catcher.
That one sent out into left center field, ranging on over is Bolin, and she's got it, 1 out. That one a bit under it was Swift.
Matt just got a bit under that one, as you mentioned. I mean, just a nice, easy, routine fly ball out to left field. Bolin getting the first touch on that one. She'll get the glove on defensively early here and get warmed up like the rest of these girls were. You mentioned it. I mean, the weather out here, it's chilly. Cold. So it's going to be one of those games where you want to field as much action as you can and get warmed up, get locked in, and get through the top of this first unscathed.
Up steps Kylie Madrid. Righty on righty. Tree sets up our way. Ball high.
I didn't really see it in that last at-bat, Ricky, but now you know the runner on second and straight. You know she's got some speed, and she'll burn you for it if you let her. So you might see that pitch out a little more than we saw in that second at-bat. We just saw Trinity Junker go to that pitch out and see if she couldn't catch straight. As throwing to third, not second, gives Sydney Trees a little bit of the advantage there, as she can really just turn and get that firing arm headed down the line to Fitzgerald.
Yeah, it's pretty... Tree is the right-hander. Yeah, it's going to be a lot easier to just go to first. 2-0 is the count. Junker back onto the mound. She winds. Here it is. Swung on, popped straight up in the air, and then caught by Junker. As Allen went straight up and came straight back down. Good reaction time by Junker. P1.
Yeah, good reaction time and a nice play to get a glove on that ball and record that second out. You mentioned yesterday Trinity was efficient.
And umpires are gonna call everybody in. They're gonna have a rules discussion here, as it was straight up and it was gonna be in fair territory. So the coach of Sioux Falls was yelling something about it. They were saying foul ball. It should have been a foul ball, but it wasn't.
No, I mean,
it was straight up.
Popped up, just 5 feet in front of home plate there, Ricky. You said it best. I mean, straight up, just right into fair territory. And I mean, hey, look, it's not like you have a challenge limit or rule in softball, so never a bad thing to get the officials together and say, hey, what did we really see on that one? And, I mean, if they say, hey, it's an out, then, hey, it's an out and you move on. No harm, no foul.
As here comes Kate Vanderswag, the pitcher. Batting a third is what you should say. 3.33 is her average currently. The pitch, high outside, 1-1. Don't really see it often, the pitcher hitting. I know the Huskies don't really do it. Last year, SMSU, I believe, did it, or it was Moorhead. She has one of the team's only doubles. There's only been 3 doubles from this USF squad, as that one's a check swing foul. Tried to hold up, just couldn't do it.
Yeah, she wanted to pull that one just down that left field line. I mean, really, this is where you need to get the opposite field power going if you're Vanderswag and try to push one to that short right field fence, but he just wanted to pull that one out to left and let her ride, and just a little late on it.
The 1-2. The pitch. Outside, good job by Trees snagging that one. He'll even up the count, 2-2.
Yeah, you mentioned a good job by Trees there, and I mean, that's one of those pitches that Trinity Junker throws that outside, trying to get the chase from Vanderswag, but it's almost outside the other batter's box. That one had some movement on it, and a nice play by Trees to stay out in front of it and keep straight over at second.
The 2-2. Runner at second and straight. The pitch. Low and in the dirt. It's going to hit the batter, and they're going to have to call time. They're going to pull the runner back from she went to third. She'll have to stay at second, but it's the first hit by pitch. issued by Junker this year, and she doesn't look as dominant as she was yesterday.
No, it looked like she went for the breaking ball low and in, just trying to produce a swing and some light contact if you make contact with it, and unfortunately it just broke a little harder than she wanted. Caught Vanderswag right in the ankle there, and she'll take her plate right at first. And hey, you mentioned it for Junker. I mean, there was some command and there was some efficiency we saw in yesterday's start. And I mean, as expected, you're not going to see that, primarily directly out of the gate here in the second start, as she threw, upwards of 80 pitches, if not 90 pitches yesterday, and that's tough work, and to go right back to back starts on the mound. I mean, we'll see how long she goes in this one, but maybe not surprised that it's not quite as efficient, but you'd like it to be.
As we have issues over there at the technical table, as the music started playing right when Junker was about to go into a windup, and we'll try this again. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Up steps Jaden Haley. It's an 0-1 count. The pitch. Strike 2, called at the knees.
That's a good off-speed pitch there to freeze the batter in Jaden Haley. Just the freshman is Haley, Gretna, Nebraska native. She's got 1 hit on the season so far and just her 1 at-bat.
Junker gets the sign from Trees. Setting up outside. Here it is. Ball just outside.
And you could see the look on Trinity Junker's face. She wanted the call on that one. Thought it was just a clip on that far side line of the strike zone.
And Trees even asked the umpire where that missed. We're a little off kilter here. We're kind of lined up almost parallel from the edge of the right-handed batter's box. 1-2. Ball high and away. That one definitely was high and away.
Yeah, it's going to make it kind of tough for us to judge these balls and strikes, particularly on that outside plate. On the outside side of the plate, pardon me, but it's one of those, you leave that to the umpire. Luckily, they give signs for one call and no sign for the other, so you can kind of judge what's going on and what's not.
Even count here, 2-2. Swung on, and it's a little chopper to second, and it takes an odd hop. Here comes straight around third. She'll score. Vandersway goes to third. An odd hop in the infield. It went right around Krager. Threw her off. The outfielder, Pinkowski, good job by covering in. But 1 run will score. That's straight. It's not going to go down as an error, I don't think.
Yeah, you mentioned that's just it's a kind of a comebacker right up the center, and it ate Krager up. And good thing for Pinkowski coming in to back up Krager defensively, as they were able to keep that ball in front of him and not give up maybe more than a run. As now you mentioned Vandersweg, she was rounding third if that ball gets behind Pinkowski as well.
They ruled it an error. They ruled that an error. Don't know on who. Reached on an error by second base, so it's going to go down as an E4 officially. I don't know about that one. 2 outs here, runners at the corners. The pitch high, throw down to second base, runner goes, they got her.
Yep, that one was in time by a mile, as Megan Lawson was the batter up. The runner on first was Haley, and she took off for the plate. And I think that ball just got to home plate a little quicker than Haley expected it to. She took off flying for the base paths, trying to steal second, and a nice fire by Trees. It was a clean strike to second base, and just like that, you're out of an inning that really could have caused you more harm if you hadn't gotten that out.
Going to the bottom first, it's a scoreline of 1-0. Bowen, Pinkowski, Vanden Langenberg will lead it off for the Huskies. We will be right back on 97.5 Radio X.
Are you looking for where to find live Huskies women's soccer? Then the KVSC Sports Stream is the place for you.
Marion is there, and she scores! Majewski placed it in front of the net, and Hannah Marion's got the winner in overtime.
Tune in all season long as the Huskies battle for a spot in the NSIC playoffs.
From Sally Nelson pushing this one forward. Long run from Marion. Marion into the box with a right foot, and she scores!
Bottom of the first inning, with Bowen up to bat. She had herself a pretty good night last night, or a good game yesterday. 1 for 3, or 1 for 4, I should say, as the first pitch off speed breaks low, ball 1. Vanderswag up to pitch. She has a 300 ERA currently out of her one start. Bowen shows bunt, pulls it back. It's going to be called a strike regardless. Looking at the USF defense here. Vanderswag pitching, Cuevas at catching, Madrid, Jones, Lawson, Thomas, that's left to right across the infield. Then Haley in left, Switz in center, and straight and right. The pitch, high, ball 2. Looking at the Huskies batting orders, Bowen, Pinkowski, Vanden Langenberg, Trees, Weinberger, Colhane, McFarland, Fitzgerald, and Krager. Not really anything different outside of Fitzgerald in the lineup.
Yeah, not much different at all. I mean, a couple of defensive shifts in terms of where people are playing. But, I mean, you said it. It's pretty much the same lineup. And for Mitch Roberts, at this point, I mean, it's maybe a little cocky to say, but at this point, you kind of know who you're going to play, and you kind of know who's going to start and where they're going to play for you. As this is a nice mix of a veteran squad with some young pieces you can kind of mix in and out. We're seeing that a little with Maggie Fitzgerald playing the hot corner here today. Saw her play the hot corner a little bit in that exhibition game against the College of St. Ben's as well. So
Bowen takes the walk on a 3-1 count. She'll go to first, and just like the top of the inning, leadoff man aboard as up steps Pinkowski.
Well, keep an eye on Brooke Bowen here. Yesterday against Bemidji State, we saw her get on base, and she was able to steal second, and that manufactured a run for St. Cloud State. So exactly what they're looking for here is they've given up one already in the top of the first.
The one steal from the Huskies yesterday. Pitch. A little chop swing, goes back up to the mound. Bowen will take second. Fitzgerald grounds into the fielder's choice. It'll go down as a 1-3. We saw that a bunch yesterday.
Yeah, Pinkowski just tried to check her swing halfway through, and kind of the unfortunate beneficiary of, you mentioned, the ground out to the fielder's choice. Vanderswag had all the options. I mean, maybe if that's not Brooke Bowen, you try and turn 2 there and fire over to second and see what you got. But with some speed like that on first, a nice play to get the guaranteed out, throw into your first baseman, get Pinkowski down.
Vanden Langenberg looking for a first hit. She takes strike 1. Across the plate. Vanden Langenberg, one of the 5 seniors in the starting lineup. The pitch swung on right back to the pitcher. Good catch there, a good nab there by Vanderswag on the bounce, and just goes to first. A 1-3 again. Good reaction time.
Well, and listen, the first thing Vanderswag did, she flipped about a 180 and took a check on Brooke Bowen to see if she had a better play to grab the lead runner, and a nice play by Vanderswag to at least challenge Bowen in that way, because then Brooke kind of inches back to second. Vanderswag knows, okay, let's fire this one to first and get Vanden Langenberg in her tracks. And so, I mean, we talked about the efficiency of Trinity Junker last night. Well, how about Vanderswag so far through the first inning of this game?
Pitch high for ball 1, and she kind of fallen behind in the count early. Sydney Trees, yesterday she had a home run, went 3 for 2. Also scored twice yesterday. The 1-0. Swung on, foul tip. Right back to the backstop here. 1-1 count. Coming off of a barn burner of a game, the last one, Northwest versus SMSU. We mentioned a bunch of these games that it just wouldn't end, as that one swung on hard and missed, strike 2.
Well, we saw Sydney Trees blast one over that center field wall yesterday against Bemidji State, and looking to pick up right where she left off, I'm sure. The only one with a home run so far this season for St. Cloud State. And you expect it, normally to come first for your cleanup hitter, and that's exactly where it came from for this Husky squad. But I'm sure she's got as many extra base hits as possible on the mind here tonight.
1-2, strike 3 called on the outside corner. She goes down looking. So after a leadoff walk, Vandersloot goes 1, 2, 3. Scoreline is still 1-0 Sioux Falls. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Kelly Lost Tournament on 97.5 Radio X.
97.5 Radio X is now your home for St. Cloud Tech High School athletics.
Mohamed Youssef, and Youssef takes the shot and a save. Forced there by Kanan Hennon to push it over the bar, but
that means Tiger Athletics can be heard right here, from the court to the field, from the ice to the pitch. Your home for St. Cloud Tech Athletics is Radio X, including St. Cloud High School hockey, along with the Icebreakers.
Pass connects. Shot there, Carlson. Save, rebound, loose puck in the slot, and St. Cloud scores!
You can listen to us live or find us at 97.5radiox.com.
Second inning ready to get underway here. It's going to be Lawson, Holhalter, and Claris. Cuevas. Junker back out there for a second inning of work after throwing 25 pitches that first one. She's going to want to watch her pitch count here.
Indeed, you mentioned 20 pitches, just about right on the head there in that first inning. And I remember yesterday she only needed about 10 to get out of the first there, and we talked about her efficiency.
Ground ball to second, and it's bobbled there, and then thrown away into the dugout almost. Good cover there by trees. Krager, though, just unable to handle it.
Well, and I got to tell you, this middle infield for St. Cloud State, particularly Krager, she's having a tough night out there. I mean, they're getting eaten alive by routine ground balls up there. I mean, the odd hop on the first one in the first inning that really manufactured a run for Sioux Falls, but now on this one, an easy play for the second baseman to just pick up a ground ball, fire over to first. You mentioned the throwaway, and now a runner on. I mean, just not really the way you want to start back-to-back innings for St. Cloud State.
As Lawson on the first pitch reaches the pitch. That one's popped straight up and foul into the ceiling. So strike one to Holhalter.
Damaris Cuevas at the plate, the backstop tonight for Sioux Falls, and she led the team in the batter's box last year with a .420 batting average. Started 38 games, 10 doubles, 2 home runs, 47 hits, and 112 at-bats. Pretty productive batter for the Cougars last season.
The pitch to Holtzhauser. Ephus high. That one did not have much cut. It was going up, and then it finally just started coming back down. That's why I called it the Ephus.
Yeah, it looked like it was supposed to, like an intended breaker almost, to catch the top of the zone and get the batter looking, and really never rode back down into the strike zone. So maybe get some more spin on that one next time.
That one high, ball two.
The one thing I've noticed with Trinity tonight here, Ricky, is that she's struggling to control pitches in the top of the strike zone. She's controlled the bottom and really the south side and southwest, east-west. She can control both sides of the plate on the bottom third there, but the top third has not been kind to Trinity so far.
2-1. That one sliced into left field, a base hit. Bolin will field it easily enough. And the first two are aboard. That's the first hit of the game.
And just some nice power to find a gap there out in left by Cuevas.
That's Holtzhauser.
Right, yeah, I'm way behind myself here.
You're one ahead.
I'm one ahead, actually, yeah. But either way, nice hack to take.
Yeah, up steps Cuevas. You mentioned last season she was running roughshod over this entire conference. She has 2 on already. Huskies currently down by 1, showing bunt. She goes right back to the mound. Really good bunt. Throw it over to first. It'll be in time. It'll advance everyone. So, moves the runners 60 feet. Third and second. Lawson reached on the air. Holtzhauser reached on a single in the left. So Junker has had a walk and hit by pitch and 2 errors already, and both of them are E4s.
It's been a tough day for that right side of the infield for St. Cloud State.
The pitch. Fouls that one back into the scoring table. I make the play.
Nice catch there, bud.
Yeah, it went right on over the scorer's table, bounced to me, and hey.
Look at a lot of action here early in this one.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I keep forgetting my glove.
Yeah, well, yeah. I got the ones that matter today, because it's a little chilly out here. But
a little chilly. Currently my Computer says 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
I will say the decision to dress warm tonight definitely paying off, though, as it is in the weirdest way a comfortable 0 because of the way that I've chosen to dress for tonight.
Yeah, I'm wearing my coat currently. It's a nice warm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have a hat on like you, but
I lose a lot of heat in my ears. That's, I don't know why.
Hey, the headset for me is keeping me warm.
See, it just doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is.
One from Junker. Foul tip straight back. Look out, Ben. Running the video tonight for the NSIC stream. Shouts out to you guys over to our right. 1-2 count to Jones. Runners in scoring position. A single will probably send both of them in. Junker in a jam. Tree sets up outside. Here's the pitch. Chopper to third. Fields Fitzgerald throw to first in time. It holds the runner. Both runners are held, and that's what exactly you wanted. It'll go down as a 5-3. No one advancing.
Well, you mentioned it, exactly what you want. Just a ground ball out. You put one more on the board, and now a chance to get out of this one without giving up any runs. You've got 2 on, and you've had 2 on and 1 out. Now 2 on and 2 out. Big swing of momentum, and now a mound visit here as Mitchell Roberts wants to have a discussion with his starting pitcher, Trinity Junker. And
the entire infield, too. This inning started off poorly for the infield, at least. It was Krager who had a mishap with the ground ball, routine one as well. She had 2 straight errors. Up, step straight. She walked her last time up. Getting up to 30. I'm at 35 pitches for her. So you're at 31. So once again, unofficial count.
I'm going to take your count on this one. I was definitely fixing my scorer's book after I was ahead of batter, so I may have missed a few. So
righty on lefty, the pitch. High ball 1. That one never stopped rising. The Trinity Junker rise ball has just not been there. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the second inning. Cougars lead by 1. Straight up to bat. 1-0. Swung on, hit in the air to left, slicing foul, and that will go out of play.
Just caught off the top of the netting here at the Husky Dome. Of course, if you've been here before, it's not so much outfield lines or nets as just literal hanging, hanging fish nets almost, but just caught the top of the left field net.
Yeah, everybody who's been here before, they know exactly what we're talking about. The pitch. Swung on, fouled off again. That one goes over towards the same left side, making it a 1-2 count.
The amount of loft Kylan Straight's getting on some of these, I imagine her golf shot's pretty good here, Ricky.
Oh, yeah.
She is just getting under a couple of, you can tell she's trying to put some power behind one of these and bring her teammates home. 2 runners in scoring position and a chance to crack this one open for the Cougars.
The Cougars right fielder steps into the left-handed batter's box. Trinity Junker, Tree setting up away. Just outside.
And another call that Trinity Junker lets the pitch go, steps off the mound, and not too thrilled with it. But, I mean, that one I agree with.
That one I do agree with. That one
looked like it was just a little outside.
So we try this again. 2-2 count. Trees again, setting away. The pitch. Swung on, sliced foul again. Left side. Junker's up towards 40 pitches.
It's the second kind of check swing foul ball we've seen, but I mean, again, it's kind of remarkable to watch the amount of power that Kylan Strait can put into a check swing here.
And they're just kind of throwing the bat at the ball too.
And why not? It's hopping right off the bat at this point.
The 2-2. Chop foul. It hits the plate. So once again, this is a 6-pitch at bat.
And we keep hammering the point home here, Ricky. Eventually we'll probably get off of it, but the efficiency today it's just not been there for Junker. It was 3-4 pitch at bats yesterday consistently through her 17K performance, and maybe a slight regression to the mean here as you've got to throw back-to-back starts.
Strike 3 called. A beautiful curveball finds the outside corner. And that's the first strikeout of the day.
Well, give her the backwards K on that one. That thing was headed up towards the letters. Some good break on that pitch as it just found the top of the strike zone, and Junker works right out of it. Phenomenal way to end that one. You talk about momentum, Ricky? Well, there it is.
Momentum swing. Weinberger, Culhane, McFarland up next on Radio X.
Alternative music was awesome in the 90s. Progressive artists and bands had a profound effect on what we call rock music today. The spirit of alternative music is still alive and well. New alt-rock artists are still innovating and changing the music landscape. You want to hear what alternative and progressive music sounds like today? Check out our sister station, KVSC, at 88.1 FM. You can hear the latest in progressive rock, punk, hip-hop, blues, and even folk and bluegrass music. KVSC 88.1 FM, your sound alternative.
Inside the Husky Dome, Ricky Cloudcamp, Jake Bedell on 97.5 Radio X. It's the Kelly Wass Invitational. Currently Huskies in Sioux Falls. Huskies trailing as that first pitch to Weinberger's low and inside, ball 1. And that's pitch number 13 officially, actually. We have an official pitch count even on the live stats. We should be using that. One-0. Swung on, hit in the air to right field. That one's down and into the gap. That's going to go all the way to the fence. It gets past the right fielder, and then going into second base standing is Weinberger. Got past straight, and a stand-up double to start off the inning.
Well, listen, we talked about the momentum you can gain off of that strikeout pitch by Trinity Junker to end the top of the second, and then you immediately step out here, and Weinberger tags one right back up the middle into the gap in shallow outfield there, and just like that, you've got a runner in scoring position to tie this softball game. Pardon me. This is exactly what you wanted if you're Mitch Roberts.
Culhane up to bat. She had one heck of a night yesterday, or afternoon, I should say. 3 for 3, a double and 2 singles. A pitch. Ball away. Culhane batting right. Vanderswag pitching right. Weinberger at second. The first hit for the Huskies. Strike called at the belt. Good pitch there. Good comeback pitch. Caught the inside corner and at the belt. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. The pitch. Slider trying to go back door, or go back foot. It did go back foot, but is way too low. 2-1. Behind us, SCSU men's hockey playing. That one swung on, hit high in the air to the left. It goes off the ceiling, it'll drop, so that one would have been a no-doubter.
Just a little too much loft on that one to be a clean no doubt, but you mentioned it. I mean, that had the ride, it had the power, and if that doesn't catch the Teflon, maybe it's a wall tickler out there in left, but
if there was no Teflon here, that one was gone, but we'll do this again. It's 2-2 as that one counts as a foul ball. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The rise ball gets her. For second strikeout for Vanderswag. Saley McFarland steps into the batter's box.
Talked about Vanderswag a little in the open of the broadcast. Last season, she threw 148 innings of work, 10 complete games, and 122 Ks. Allowed just 78 runs, 70 earned, and 12 homers, 19 and 17 in her career.
McFarland 2 for 3 yesterday. The pitch checks her swings. Doesn't matter anyway. It caught all over the plate. For strike 1. Huskies bench letting McFarland hear it. The pitch. High ball to ball one, and going to third on the passed ball is Weinberger. That one goes all the way to the backstop.
Heads up play there by Holly to just to notice that the pass ball was getting back to the short backstop here. We talked about it. Not too much room behind home plate here to the makeshift backstop at the Husky Dome, but just enough that if you've got to jump.
That one swung on, hit in the air to right, going back. That ball's going to be caught at basically what would be the warning track by Straight. Runner checks and comes on in. Weinberger scores on a sac fly. We got ourselves a tie game.
Well, listen, that's a productive at-bat by McFarland. Just chops one up the middle, brings Weinberger home, and now it doesn't matter what Fitzgerald or Krager can do at this point. You're tied, you're back to square one, so to speak, and it's probably exactly what you wanted to see if you're a Husky fan.
Fitzgerald steps up. Righty on righty with a pitch. Ball inside. You could hear the umpire say that. Tie game right now, 1-1 on the sac fly. The pitch. Low. From Vandersweg. Can't find that zone. 3-0.
It's a good
They're going to check the swing as well, and she did not go.
Say a good check swing by Fitzgerald there. Just thought about going and saw maybe late that it was going to break out of the zone and decided to take, and now a good opportunity.
I didn't think she even was close to going on that one, to be honest.
I thought it was a nice hold-up and not even really a contestable check swing, but now a nice place for the freshman to be in now with a 3-0 count. 2 down, but a chance to score the go-ahead run if you can put a charge into one.
Cuevas goes to check with her pitcher, trying to get signs sorted out. The 3-0. There's strike one. That's what you want to do, start fighting back into this count.
Big hitters count for Fitzgerald now.
See if you can't get a fastball down the middle. I wonder if she gets the swing sign or not. 3-1. She got it, and she fouled that one off. It's going to fill the count.
Well, that goes back to the discussion we had yesterday. You know, Mitch Roberts in the spring season media day, he said, listen, we're a team this year that's going to hit for power. So I'd imagine, 80% of the 3-1 counts you get in big moments, said you're going to get the green light from this head coach who's got a little bit of a different philosophy than Paula Uren did the last 20-some-odd years she was here. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot of high-powered offense this season.
3-2. Checks her swing. Did she go? No. And there's a walk. And the bullpen for the Cougars is active. Hannah Kress, who's been pitching all this weekend, is warming up once again. I don't know about that. Probably not the best choice to do.
Well, if you're a Cougar fan, yes. Yeah. But if you're a fan of the Crimson and Black, you'll take that all day.
As up steps Craig, she has 2 errors already on the day. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to center, playable for Swift. She comes in, makes the play. Hat to what would be the bill of your hat if you had one, ends the inning. So, new scoreline after 2. Huskies tied up on the sac fly. Coming up next, it's Jake Bedell calling balls and strikes.
Are you looking for where to find live Huskies women's soccer? Then the KVSC Sports Stream is the place for you.
Marion is there, and she scores! Majeski placed it in front of the net, and Hannah Marion's got the winner in overtime.
Tune in all season long as the Huskies battle for a spot in the NSIC playoffs.
From Sally Nelson pushing this one forward. Long run from Marion. Marion into the box with a right foot, and she scores!
start back inside the Husky Dome. Jake Bedell, Ricky Clavercamp here with you all weekend long from the Kelly Lawson Invitational Tournament. Sioux Falls and St. Cloud State knotted up at one aside after the first 2 innings.
Junker back out there. She's up to 40 pitches.
And she'll see the top of the order as a chopper right back to the pitcher, fielded nicely over to McFarland at first. And so on the first swing, first batter is retired. That was Kylan Straight.
No, Swift.
Swift.
I believe. I think you're...
What?
Yeah, that was Swift.
Was it Swift?
Yep. Swift grounded back to, or with the bunt attempt, just didn't work.
And a first pitch strike.
And this is Kylie Madrid coming on. She popped out to Trinity Junker last time up on a little bit of a controversial call, according to Sioux Falls. It hit the ceiling and came right back down.
And that one roped down the third base line, but foul. So 0-2 the count. Junker. Madrid shows bunt. 1 down in the inning. Top of the third. Hacked foul. Back near the scorer's table. So we'll do it again. Kylie Madrid, the senior infielder, batted in a season-high 3 runs back in March at Central Missouri. She's a fixture for the 3-time Roosevelt State Championship squad out in Sioux Falls. And she'll look at a ball. So 1-2.
So far this season, Kylie Madrid are batting .250. 2 hits, 2 runs. No RBIs yet on the season.
Into the right-handed batter's box. Madrid looks at the 1-2. Junker out of the windup. Madrid slaps that one down the left field line. Bolin on the run, and it's down in left field. Throw comes back in, but a nice haul to get it back in. That holds Madrid to 1.
What a hard hit ball there too. And Madrid just a little, it was like just a little too hard almost. It came back on her as it hit the wall instead of going over the wall. And we've seen a lot of ground rule doubles here, as a lot of time it just bounces off that, it bounces off the turf here and just goes straight back up and over.
Well, and that one had a chance, I think, Ricky, to maybe even leave, as it was a little, slightly harder charge into that one. It could have just climbed the fence. Could have given Sioux Falls the lead, but now the cleanup hitter and the pitcher this evening in Caitlin Vanderswag. Junker up to 46 pitches through the affair so far. Offers up. Vanderswag fouls that one off, took a hearty hack.
Yeah, that was a heavy hack, and she's on the timing on it, fouling it straight back. I know last season drove that point home a lot.
12 home runs last season. Working out of the windup, Junker offers the 0-1. Taken in the upper corner, outside, a pitch out. So 1-1 the count, with Kylie Madrid at first base. Madrid, pardon me, that was Vanderswag, sends that one down the line, foul.
She's got a lot of power too, does Vanderswag.
2-2 the count. And you said it, Ricky, she can put a charge into the, and she loves to pull it toward that left field side. That's what we've seen so far through just the couple at bats she's had. She's made contact with 4 or 5 down that left field line. Just can't pull one fair. And there's the 2-2 broke
Where'd that miss?
That was a high-breaking ball. I asked the same question, my friend, as that looked like the exact same pitch she got the strikeout on in the top of the second to end the inning, but no call by the home plate umpire, so a full count here for Trinity Junker. Trying to work around a runner at first. The payoff pitch. Check swing, did she go? Yes, rung her up. So the strikeout to Vanderswag, and now 2 outs. Madrid still at first base. Cougars and Huskies tied at 1 aside.
Yeah, and it was on the swing, too. Very much on the swing.
So now it's Jaden Haley up for her second plate appearance. Reached on an error back in the first. Looks at strike 1, a good pitch from Trinity Junker. She's up to 52 already. Feels like it took her 5 innings to hit this point yesterday, Ricky.
Yeah, it did. They're almost like 6 or at least 4.
The 0-1, shot down the right field line, well foul. So 0-2 the count. Second batter climbed aboard in this inning against Trinity Junker. She looks to retire the next 2 and send her team back to the batter's box. The 0-2 pitch to Jaden Haley. Junker takes the sign. Out of the windup, pulls one to the plate, and she just missed outside.
And this umpire does have his left and rights pretty well sorted, it seems. Really, the only call that I've disagreed with him on was that breaking pitch to Vanderswag. Didn't matter anyways.
The 1-2 from Junker. Chopped down that left field line, takes a piece of the Teflon and falls. So we'll do it again. Some power into that one as well. This really, Ricky, this whole Cougar lineup is favoring that left side of the field, and the Huskies have gotten lucky on a couple of pitches that the Cougars are just late on. But if they can work the timing, can USF? And if those fans are going to be catching
those fans are going to have some balls over there. Going to have some souvenirs.
1-2 to Haley. 1 on, 2 outs. Top of the third. The pitch. Cranked foul again. Is that high breaker by Junker, trying to induce a swing and miss. So we'll do it again.
Remember, we have a doubleheader tonight.
The 1-2 chopped foul again in front of the plate. Junker tried to make a play, no one could get there.
That one would have been caught. That would have been basically the same exact play that Madrid got out back in the first. It went straight up. That was going to stay fair, so they're going to rule that. They were going to rule that fair if it was caught.
And you mentioned it, Ricky. We've got a whole second game after this, as the Huskies will also look to take on the Southwest Minnesota State Mustangs here from the Husky Dome. 1-2, just outside again. So 2-2 the count.
Yeah, we're about an hour in, and we're only in the top of the third.
Cougars got their first win on the season against Bemidji State, 5-1 here earlier this afternoon. 2-2 pitch out, and the throwback to first not in time. Drawing up a different play, trying to catch Madrid with a lead off of first to no avail. Ball 3, so now a full count for Jaden Haley.
Madrid's been kind of bouncing off the base over there. Good try by Trees.
Junker winds, fouled again, playable for the second baseman. Catch is made, and that'll do it.
No runs on 1 hit, there are no errors. And
so no hits, 1 left on for the Cougars. We'll take a break here on 97.5 Radio X. Huskies up to bat when we come back.
Alternative music was awesome in the 90s. Progressive artists and bands had a profound effect on what we call rock music today. The spirit of alternative music is still alive and well. New alt-rock artists are still innovating and changing the music landscape. You want to hear what alternative and progressive music sounds like today? Check out our sister station, KVSC, at 88.1 FM. You can hear the latest in progressive rock, punk, hip-hop, blues, and even folk and bluegrass music. KVSC 88.1 FM, your sound alternative.
Bottom of the third inning here from the Kelly Loss Invitational at the Husky Dome. Top of the order coming up for St. Cloud State, Bolin, Pinkowski, and Vanden Langenberg. Bolin drew a walk, advanced to second, and never made it home. Back in the bottom of the first. Vanderswag back out for her third inning. Bolin chops the first pitch into shallow left field, and that's a single. A leadoff hit for St. Cloud State.
Alexandra Pinkowski.
And the Huskies are right back to work.
Yeah, good hit there by Bolin. Just send it straight to left.
Into the right-handed batter's box, Alexandra Pinkowski. Thrown out on a fielder's choice back in the first. Vanderswag winds, deals. Pinkowski shows bunt, lays down a nice one. Bolin heads for second. The throw to Pinkowski is thrown away, it looks, and so Bolin advances to third, Pinkowski to second. I lost sight of that ball the second that it went nowhere, Ricky. And just like that, two runners in scoring position for St. Cloud State on the errant throw.
It'll be interesting to see what they rule that as. I had to mark it down as an E1, but yeah, runners in scoring position already in this one.
It looked like, Vanderswag had the time and space to make that play and looked like she just tried to fire to first, threw it away.
It'll be a throwing error to the pitcher, so Vanderswag with her first error, and that's something that Sioux Falls has to work on.
Good breaker into the top of the strike zone by Vanderswag, and Vanden Langenberg is down in the count 0-1.
But I was going to mention that in our pregame too. USF 3 errors across both their games yesterday. It was all by 3 different players too. There was one by the catcher, one by Barton, one by Lampman.
Low and in, ball 1 to Vanden Langenberg.
So not exactly what you want from your defense.
The defense tonight, Ricky, 2 errors already for St. Cloud State as well. The defense tonight has been questionable on both sides, as we could call it. But sometimes that's what makes the game fun. 1-1 to Vanden Langenberg, tried to lay down a bunt to bring Bolin home.
Both runners were going too. So that's something you normally saw from Paulie Uren's squad last year, is a lot of bunts.
Well, I'm sure something that we'll continue to see. Continue to see some old philosophies, some new philosophies. As the Husky shortstop looks at a 1-2 count. The pitch, chopped foul into the scorer's table, and a nice grab.
Yeah.
Nice barehanded grab by the statisticians.
Who says the numbers people can't be athletes?
I do, because I'm one of them, and I've seen myself swing a baseball bat.
Well, you're not going to play intramural softball this year?
Oh, I will. I'm a guaranteed out. This one roped back right up the middle. Vanden Langenberg comes through. Bolin is around. Pinkowski follows her, and 2 runs have crossed the plate. It's a double for Vanden Langenberg, and St. Cloud State leads 3-1.
What a slap of the bat there by Vanden Langenberg. Really good. And it went right to that gap in right center field in between Swift and Straight. There's no way anyone was getting there, and that went all the way to the wall. So two RBI double.
Top of the order came up for St. Cloud State to lead off the bottom of the third. It was a single, an error, and now a 2 RBI double. No one out in the inning, and Sydney Trees now with a runner in scoring position. Trees hacks at the first pitch, grounds that one foul, back to the pitcher. She'll fire over to Thomas in time. Trees is out. Vanden Langenberg takes her spot at third base.
Right fielder number 7, Holly Weinberger.
So the 1-3 ground out will bring Holly Weinberger up to the plate. She doubled her last time up, came around to score, reached third on a passed ball, and it proved costly. Weinberger looks at sends that one to the shortstop on the infield, and the fire over to first in time. So Weinberger caught, but it's a sacrifice RBI, and the Huskies have put up 3 here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, good job by the second baseman. Lawson makes the dive to her right, and from her knees throws to first. Thomas, good stretch, and they get Weinberger, but it doesn't stop the run, and it's going to be a 4-1 game.
Sophie Culhane to the plate. Looks at strike one, a good breaker right down the chute. 3 runs across the plate here for St. Cloud State, 2 out in the inning. 4-1 Husky lead over the Sioux Falls Cougars. Vanderswag fires the 0-1. That's chopped back to Kennedy Thomas at first. An easy step on the bag, and that will wrap up the inning. Cougars give up 3 runs on a pair of hits. We'll take a break and see you back here for the top of the 4th on 97.5 Radio X.
97.5 Radio X is now your home for St. Cloud Tech High School athletics.
Mohamed Youssef, and Youssef takes the shot, and a save forced there by Kanan Hennon to push it over the bar. But
that means Tiger Athletics can be heard right here, from the court to the field, from the ice to the pitch. Your home for St. Cloud Tech Athletics is Radio X, including St. Cloud High School hockey, along with the Icebreakers.
Pass connects. Shot there, Carlson. Save, rebound, loose puck in the slot, and St. Cloud scores!
You can listen to us live or find us at 97.5radiox.com.
Top of the 4th inning here from the Husky Dome. Game 1 of a doubleheader tonight. Sioux Falls Cougars, the first opponent. Southwest Minnesota State Mustangs tonight. Myself, Jake Bedell, Ricky Clavercamp alongside me. We'll be here with you all evening long. For 2 out of 4 games, the Huskies will play here at the Kelly Loss Invitational. Top of the 4th inning. Cougars will send their 6, 7, and 8 batters up to the plate to face Lauren Kirkberg, taking over for Trinity Junker here in this afternoon's contest.
Yeah, we were wondering how short of a leash it was for Trinity Junker, and it wasn't long before she was back in the dugout. Closing the book on her, she goes 3.0 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. It was not an earned run, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts.
First pitch from Kirkberg, fires in for a strike. It's Lawson up to the plate, Megan Lawson. Second baseman defensively for the Cougars. Looks at an 0-1 count. Kirkberg winds, fires, just missed the zone up and away. So 1-1 the count.
It'll be interesting to see, Jake, what the Huskies now do for the next game. I'm wondering who they start.
Chopped hard, foul by Lawson. They've got some options here, Ricky, for that second game.
Yeah, they got Emma Eichhoff, the freshman, and then they also have Kylie Thompson as well. And we saw Thompson start the game back on Thursday against the Bennies in that exhibition.
My guess would be they go to Thompson. 1-2, laid up and away. Good breaker, missed the zone. So 2-2 the count.
Lauren Kirkberg last year, 2.72 ERA in 19 appearances. She started 7 games.
Lawson looks at the 2-2. That's up over the strike zone, so a full count. 3-2, and Kirkberg's thrown 5 to the first batter she faces.
Continuing on the stat chart from Kirkberg, she had 17 walks last season to 41 strikeouts, so not the greatest strikeout-walk ratio you can have. Pulling batting average at 270.
Lawson steps back into the box, batting left-handed against Kirkberg, and looks at a ball inside. Just fooled me. And so that's a walk, and Kirkberg issues a free base to the first batter she sees. So for the Cougars, lead man aboard. Now it's Reese Holzheuter.
For the third time tonight. And the only time they haven't had the leadoff man was back in that third inning.
Holzheuter, one of the 6 freshmen on this young squad. There's a ground ball back to the shortstop. Fires to second, across the diamond to first. Did they get it? No. Just the one out at second base on the attempted 4-6-3. Krager able to field it to Vanden Langenberg. Couldn't get it to McFarland in time. So just one down.
We haven't had a good 4-6-3. We haven't even had a double play yet this invitational.
So on the sacrifice, Holzheuter takes. Lawson back to the dugout, and now the catcher Cuevas up to the plate. She'll bat right-handed. Bat left-handed, excuse me. Chops that one right to the first baseman. It's a double play as McFarland caught the rope shot from Cuevas, tagged the bag. Both runners are out, and the Huskies are right out of it. What a play at first base.
What a grab there by McFarland. What a great play, and the wherewithal to dive back and make the play at first. So they only face 3.
Quick inning of work for Lauren Kirkberg. We'll take a break here on 97.5 Radio X. We'll see you back here for the bottom of the 4th right after this.
Oh my God, Caleb, I can't find the score of the Husky game anywhere. Do you know what the score is?
Yeah, of course. It's 4-2.
What? How do you know that?
Oh, wait. Did I say 4-2? I meant 5-2. Blake Lazat just netted his second of the game.
Let's go Huskies. All right, but how do you know this?
All you have to do is follow KVSC Hockey. They tweet live from all the Husky games.
That's unreal. Do they only update the scores?
No, they don't only update you about the scores. They also update you on penalties, and they're even interactive with all the fans that tweeted them during the games.
That's crazy. How do I get in on that action?
So, all you have to do is follow KVSC Hockey on Twitter, and you can be in on the action today.
I think I know who's getting my next follow.
Inside the Husky Dome. It's the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-1 your score. St. Cloud on top. A phenomenal play by Haley McFarland at first base for a comebacker double play, and now she steps into the box. She'll bat left-handed. Bat right-handed, excuse me. I am just turned up here tonight, Ricky.
Hey, you said yesterday that your lefts and rights were never good.
Glad you remembered that.
Yeah.
Because they're not. But nonetheless, McFarland takes strike one, the 0-1 pitch. Big hack taken, and she missed it, 0-2.
I'm guessing she's a little jazzed after making that stellar play.
And as I'm sure you can hear, the bench just as jazzed for her. As Vanderswag goes back out for her 4th inning of work. Ahead of McFarland, 0-2. The 0-2 taken outside for ball 1.
Good layoff there. Ball just couldn't cut back across. Trying to get a chase pitch.
McFarland back into the right-handed batter's box. Looks at the 1-2. Big swing, and she missed on that one. Another strikeout for Vanderswag, her 3rd of the ball game.
You mentioned the bullpen was active earlier. They decided to shut it down as Vanderswag was able to get out of that inning.
So now it's Fitzgerald into the right-handed batter's box. One out. Takes one low and in. Ball one.
Vanderswag seems to be, I want to say she looks to be losing her command a little bit on the ball after that third inning.
Fitzgerald takes low and in, same place. Ball two. Oak Lawn, Illinois native, working ahead of Vanderswag.
I mean, yeah, she just got a strikeout, but it's more it looked like off of McFarland's aggressiveness rather than the pitch placement.
Drew a walk in her first at-bat, did Fitzgerald. Takes a big cut and a ball below the strike zone. 2-1 the count.
She's been going to that same spot. Just down, and Fitzgerald just finally had enough of it.
Huskies plated 1 in the second, 3 in the third. They lead 4-1. That ball taken low in the zone for strike two. So the count worked from 2-0 back to 2-2 as Vanderswag works back into it. Jake Bedell, Ricky Clavercamp here with you at the Husky Dome. Game 1 of 2, and we're about halfway through game 1. The 2-2 swung hard down the left field line. Is that going to drop? No. Into the glove of the left fielder, Jaden Haley. And a nice play on the routine fly ball, 2 down in the inning.
Hey, Haley making a lot of movement. She was on like a dead sprint from her, going to her right towards that foul pole, making the running grab. It was a hard hit ball, just not hard enough. As we go to Krager, she flew out to center field her last time up. That was back in the second.
Krager looks at the 0-0, takes it on the hands, and ahead in the count, 1-0. Vanderswag closing in on the half-century mark, 48 pitches so far in the ball game. Taken low in the dirt, 2-0 to Lydia Krager. Popped out to center her first at-bat. Couple of errors on her side of the infield defensively. Krager slaps that one foul. Count moves to 2-1.
Yeah, Krager not really great in the field, as you mentioned. She's able to get one of them. Or start seeing the ground ball. It seemed a little better later in this game.
The pitch fouled, or popped rather, up to the second baseman Lawson, and a nice play made.
Yeah, very under that one. Very under that one.
Sent it right up into the Teflon, came back down. And the Huskies go down easy, 1-2-3 in the bottom of the fourth. We'll take a break here on 97.5 Radio X. We'll see you back here for the top of the fifth.
Nolan Walker shoots bar down. Nolan Walker. He's got 2 now on the evening, and the Huskies, just like that, take the lead back.
Looking for your fill of St. Cloud State sports action?
Finds Roberts in the left corner. His 3 is up and good. Another one.
All your favorite St. Cloud State sports can be found at KVSC, Radio X, and the KVSC Sports Stream.
In the slot momentarily, and the Huskies score.
Softball here on 97.5 Radio X. Jake Bedell, Ricky Clavercamp with you here for the top of the fifth inning. Cougars up to the plate. Riley Jones will step into the batter's box to face off against Lauren Kirkberg. First time Jones has seen Kirkberg in this game. Came in for Trinity Junker in the top of the fourth.
Jones grounded out to third her last time up on a really good play there by Fitzgerald as well. That was in the jam that Junker found herself in. To hold the runner at third as well, that was Lawson, and then able to get the out at first.
Jones showing bunt on the first pitch. The offering from Kirkberg. Inside, called strike. So 1-1 the count. The offer. Breaking ball right back down the chute. That's one you lose in the majors if you leave that over the plate.
That one, yeah, that a very slow curve.
Kirkberg got away with it, got the better of Jones, and the count moves to 1-2. The pitch. Swung on, it was on the plate. The tag not applied. Throw down to first. Catch is made by McFarland. She's earned her bread at first base tonight. And the strikeout will retire Jones. So coming up next, the top of the order in Kylan Strait.
Jones just going way too hard at it. Really did not need a swing at that one at all. That one was very, very low. Corner's playing in.
Stepping into the left-handed batter's box is Strait. Looks at the first pitch, low and away.
Yeah, Fitzgerald is playing a couple yards in from third. So is McFarland.
Corners in. Looks like that bunt defense is on. There's one in the dirt. The count moves to 1-1.
Trees defensively behind the plate has been outstanding so far.
She has been good.
She has only allowed like one pitch to get back past her.
Out of the windup. That one got away from Kirkberg, well above the strike zone. Count moves to 2-1. You mentioned Trees defensively led the team last year with 274 putouts to go along with 5 assists. Now a chopper to third. Fitzgerald across the diamond to McFarland in time. And the second one retired.
That corner playing in, that really helped. Fitzgerald doing a really good job. She was in the right place to make that play. Just outstanding positioning there.
So now it's Lexi Swift into the batter's box. She bats left-handed as well. Kirkberg, another one gets away from her. 1 ball, no strikes.
I have 17 for her pitch count.
Indeed.
Sweet.
On the head.
We're on the head, too.
Hey, it took us 2 games to lock in, but you know what? We're here. That one outside. So 2-0 the count to Swift. .745 time on the head. Would hope by 8:30 the second game gets underway against the Mustangs of Southwest Minnesota State. That one misses inside for ball 3.
I mean, I for one would like to be home before midnight.
If we get underway by 8:45 and we don't see extras, I bet that's going to be an easy fix. Kirkberg looks at 3-0 to Swift. Winds, deals right down the chute, 3-1. Corners in again. For St. Cloud defensively, paid off against Strait. Here comes the 3-1. Called for strike 2, so a full count. Kirkberg able to work back into it. 2 outs in the inning. Top of the 5th, 4-1 St. Cloud leads. The payoff pitch taken inside for ball 4. Second walk Kirkberg is issued. Walked the first batter she faced in Lawson in the top of the 4th. And so with 2 outs, 1 runner aboard for the Cougars, and now it's Madrid to step up to the plate. She'll bat right-handed against Kirkberg.
Madrid had that really long single last time up, all the way to the left field fence.
She looks at strike 1. Corners infield have backed up to the bags. The 0-1 taken low and away for a ball, now 1-1.
Full day of action for Husky sports.
Indeed, women's hockey down at Ritter. They lost 5-1 in an unfortunate, we'll call trip in the 3rd period. St. Cloud State men's hockey going on right now. Just about 4 minutes gone in the 3rd period of that matchup. St. Cloud leads 2-1. If the score holds, Zach Okabe will pick up the game winner. Men's baseball blew an 8th inning lead in tonight's game as they've struggled from Arkadelphia. They're 0-3 so far from Arkansas.
Joey Erickson down there. They're on the sports stream all weekend.
And of course, Blake Tyson, Sam Getzinger over at the Herb right across the street. Right now, if you want to catch that third period of action between St. Cloud State and the Broncos of Western Michigan, a massive NCHC matchup here. In terms of points, Huskies have not garnered an NCAA win in their last 5 games. 3 official ties and 2 losses. Payoff pitch, taken inside, back-to-back walks by Kirkberg. Swift advances to second. Madrid takes her bag at first. And with 2 outs in the inning, Kirkberg gives up 2 walks. And now it's the cleanup hitter in Vanderswag.
And it was 2 full count walks, too, I believe, because I had Swift at full count.
Yes, yep, I did as well.
Madrid, yeah. So 2 full count walks. It's a really good job by the Cougars offense here.
First pitch, in for a ball. Kirkberg not too happy about it.
Their command has been struggling right now, ever since that strikeout, really. Because even the strikeout, it really didn't need to be. It was a bunch of swings that didn't need to happen.
Vanderswag sends this one to left center field, right center field, pardon me, that's over the wall and gone. One swing of the bat, Vanderswag gets to touch them all, and we're tied at 4.
Touch them all, Vanderswag, what a slap of the bat, and it's right center field, more towards the short end of the park, but still put it over the fence and light them up. All of a sudden, we got ourselves a tie game here.
2 walks with 2 outs proved to be costly for Lauren Kirkberg, as the opposing pitcher, Vanderswag, puts a charge over that center field wall. And a brand new ball game here in the top of the 5th.
And all of a sudden, you're starting to wonder who if you're gonna bring out Kirkberg. You got Emma Eichhoff.
Jaden Haley swings hard at the first pitch she sees. 0-1 the count. You mentioned you've got Eichhoff, you've got Kylie Thompson still, but you've got to save somebody to start the next game. And ideally, you'd save a couple, just in case.
Yeah, so you'd think Kirkberg would go the rest of the game, but
Haley takes up and in, ball 1.
But she's been struggling, like immensely.
The 1-1 pitch. Taken for strike 2.
What you want to do is you want to get out of this one with Haley.
Kirkberg came into this inning with 9 pitches. That was her 33rd of the ball game. This one's roped out to left center field. Bolin going back on it, puts the glove up, and she'll make the grab. A big play by the left fielder for St. Cloud State. As if that one left, you got to imagine it's a whole new ball game. But bottom of the 5th coming up here on 97.5 Radio X. Huskies need to capitalize on a run as they've blown the lead. It's 4-4.
Nolan Walker shoots, barred down, Nolan Walker. He's got 2 now on the evening, and the Huskies, just like that, take the lead back.
Looking for your fill of St. Cloud State sports action?
Finds Roberts in the left corner. His 3 is up and good.
Another one. All your favorite St. Cloud State sports can be found at KVSC, Radio X, and the KVSC Sports Stream.
In the slot momentarily, and the Huskies score.
To say the least, an entertaining top of the 5th inning. Back-to-back walks issued by Lauren Kirkberg, and the cleanup hitter, the pitcher, in Caitlin Vanderswag, showed off the arm as she sent a drive out to deep left center, tied this ball game up. Hannah Kress out to the mound as she'll work through the next 3 innings against St. Cloud State.
Kress 1-1 on the season. She got the loss last night.
She'll face off against the speedy Brooke Bolin. And her first pitch, fired in for a strike. Bolin walked in the first, singled in the 3rd, scored off that single. Now hacks one back up to the pitcher, who fires over to first. and the play is made.
Not in time.
Not in time, indeed. Thomas could not handle the throw from her pitcher.
I thought it was in time. Umpire waved no, or safe, so.
Looked like an easy play in time, but proved otherwise. So Bolin aboard for the third time in this game. So now it's Pinkowski with a runner on and no one out. Bolin goes, and a half swing there by Pinkowski, sent down the line.
Let's see what the ruling is. So
first baseman Thomas tried to apply the tag on Bolin.
So okay, so
the batter's out.
Batter's out. So what happened was it was a ground ball to first. So Pinkowski's out. It'll be a 3 unassisted. However, since the first baseman, who is now Vanderswag, stepped on the base first, Bolin can actually go back to the bag and step on the bag, and she's safe. That's one of the little quirks in the sport that you can have here. It's going to be a 3 unassisted, and Bolin is going to stay at first.
As we get everything settled out here.
That's interesting. I haven't seen one of those in quite some time. But, yeah.
Shannon Pivovar in her 4th season with the Cougars, getting word from the home plate umpire as they discuss what we just saw. As you mentioned, Pinkowski at the plate, chopped one right down that first base line. Vanderswag fielded the ball at first, stepped on the bag to record the out against Pinkowski. Bolin had left the bag but recovered her position before Vanderswag applied the tag. So it applies to one but not both. That's the ruling we have so far. And it will be 1 down and a runner on for Vanden Langenberg after the dust settles.
Goes in the book on Vanderswag, by the way. She's going over to first. 4.0 innings pitched, 3 hits, 4 runs. 3 of those runs were earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So yeah, it'll go down as a 3 unassisted for Pinkowski, and Bolin will hold up at first.
So the shortstop, Vanden Langenberg, she'll bat right-handed against Hannah Kress. The pitch taken for strike 1.
And Hannah Kress, she's had a busy weekend. I think she's appeared in
2 games. Well, appeared in all 3.
Yeah.
Or 2.
She's appeared in all 3.
All 3?
All 3. She had started the game 1.
Vanden Langenberg takes a hack, misses. Bolin steals second, and she's safe on the steal. Ball gets away from the middle infield. Bolin goes over to third, and it's a double steal for Brooke Bolin. She'll advance to 90 feet away from the plate. Lawson and Jones, the middle infield for the Cougars, could not field the throw from the backstop in Cuevas. Bolin able to advance to third, and now a runner 90 feet from the plate. And that could prove to be the insurance run for St. Cloud State.
They're going to rule it a throwing error by Cuevas. I'd almost rule that an error by the shortstop.
Indeed. I would agree with you there, Ricky. So Vanden Langenberg now sends this one foul down the right field line, excuse me. So we'll do the 0-2 again.
As we're waiting for ruling here from the umpire over at first.
Looked to me like they were discussing whether or not the ball was caught in fair territory. But ruled foul, so Vanden Langenberg stays alive. The 0-2 pitch taken well above the strike zone for ball 1. The 1-2 looked at just above the strike zone, 2-2 now. Vanden Langenberg staying alive in this one.
Yeah, good eye there. Tough pitch to lay off.
She doubled and scored in her last at-bat in the second. Had a 2 RBI double. Gave the Huskies some insurance early on in the ball game. The 2-2 pitch. Taken low for ball 3. So the count is full, and Raven has worked back up in this one.
Really good plate discipline here by Raven. That seniority from the senior is really showing here.
The payoff pitch. Chopped over to the shortstop. She bobbles it. Vanden Langenberg is safe. Bolin will stay. So runners on the corners on the infield single. And Sydney Trees up to the plate now with a couple of runners on.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough play. Oh, they're going to rule an error. Ooh. I mean, she did bobble it.
Riley Jones was the shortstop on that play. Just kind of ate her up. We saw a similar thing happen to Lydia Krager for St. Cloud State early on in this ball game. But now, with just one out, Huskies have a chance to crack this one open again. Sydney Trees looks at the first pitch right down Broadway for strike 1.
And that's tough by the first shortstop, because she had a lot on her mind there making that play, because she had to watch Bolin, and Bolin was sitting at third getting ready to go.
Runner goes from first base, gets halfway there, does Vanden Langenberg, and then decides better of herself as Cuevas had her gunned out by half a mile. So 1-1 the count as Trees looked at a ball. Hannah Kress in her first jam of the ball game. Kress sends it, foul ball, fouled straight back. Sydney Trees had the timing on that one. Just got under it.
Yeah, she wants that one back.
Vanden Langenberg being aggressive as the base runner from first. She's taken a quick hop on every pitch Kress has thrown.
She's gone at least 20 feet each time.
Trees looks at the 1-2 pitch. One out here in the bottom of the 5th. Trees slaps one hard down the right field line. Well foul. She wants to blow this one over the fence, Ricky. She's swinging for the downs.
She is absolutely, and Weinberg just saw her life flash before her eyes in the on-deck circle. Went like 3 feet above her head.
So here we are, 1-2 count to Trees. RBI opportunity here, bottom of the 5th. Trees slaps one again, foul down the right field line.
This is getting into one heck of an at-bat. In a 1-2 count.
Bolin singled to lead off the inning. Vanden Langenberg reached on an error, and on a throwing error by the catcher, Bolin made her way to third base, and now a ball outside, 2-2, the count is even. So all totaled, Bolin at third, Vanden Langenberg at first, Trees at the plate, 2-2 count in a tie ball game, 4-4 in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-2 pitch, swung on by Trees and slapped foul down the left field line, and what an at-bat we have here by the catcher for St. Cloud State.
Absolutely, just outstanding so far. Outstanding at bat.
The 2-2 once more. Kress out of the windup, deals, and another foul ball down the left field line. As Sydney Trees will not leave the plate until she either pops out, flies out, or lays a bomb over the wall.
Honestly, yeah. It's just been one heck of an at bat, and it's just continued this entire time.
The 2-2 pitch. Sent right back up the middle into the gap. This one's going to score one at least. And Vanden Langenberg will stop at second. It's an RBI for Sydney Trees. You had to imagine that was coming. Bolin comes home to score, and the Huskies take the lead.
What an at-bat by Sydney Trees on the 2-2 count. Just sent that one right back up the middle. an 8-pitch at-bat.
Earned every bit of that RBI, did Sydney Trees. And now Holly Weinberger to the plate with 2 on and 1 out. She'll step into the left-handed batter's box. And looks at the first pitch, low and away for ball 1.
And now Vanden Langenberg can really get a good lead off here over at second.
The 0-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2.
That's going to hurt if you get hit with this ball tonight. As the temperature continues to drop, it's 0 degrees outside right now, and it's really starting to feel it inside here.
Indeed. Kress tries to work out of the jam. 1 out, 2 on, and deals ball 3 to Weinberger. Could be looking at a 4-pitch walk, but for St. Cloud State, you've got the designated hitter and Sophie Collane coming up. She's in the on-deck circle.
Collane 0 for 2 tonight, though, so. Weinberger's 1 for 2 with an RBI.
The pitch. Taken for strike 1 on the outer half. (3-1) the count. Weinberger into the box. Kress winds up, and that's a walk. Missed the strike zone high. That'll send Vanden Langenberg to third. Trees at second. Weinberger takes first. Collane coming up with ducks on the pond here for St. Cloud State.
Yeah, they're going to have to do a mound visit here because this is not what you wanted out of your relief pitching. And honestly, who else do you got? You got Bailey Lampman as well, and she's more of that alternate pitcher. Is going to the bullpen is Lampman.
So maybe we'll see the young freshman Bailey Lampman, as you mentioned.
You also got one more, I believe. I got to pull up the roster here.
Cougars have struggled in this Kelly loss. They lost to Northwestern Iowa 3-0. They gave up 4 runs in the top of the 8th to Southwest Minnesota State, dropped that one in extra innings, and now Collane takes her first at-bat. She shows bunt, lays a perfect one down, makes it over to first in time. Everybody is safe. The chains have been moved, and the Huskies lead by 2.
The squeeze works. Outstanding. And just like that, you're starting to see the runs come across here with a 1-out rally.
So it's Haley McFarland to step in. Bases still loaded, 1 still out. 2 have crossed the plate here in the inning. Huskies lead 6-4. The pitch. McFarland takes strike 1.
So really, you have Bailey Lampman currently warming up. You have Hannah Kress, and then you had Caitlin Vanderswag pitching. You have Kennedy Thomas, that's it, but you just took her out of the game as well.
Check swing called strike 2 on McFarland. Haley in the hole, 0-2 with the bases loaded and 1 out in the ball game. Fitzgerald on deck, Krager in the hole. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. McFarland strikes out.
Yesterday we saw some trouble with your at-bats with runners on, because I don't think it's going to be Fitzgerald batting. Mitch Roberts pulling the ump aside. They're going to see a different batter here.
I'd imagine they go to Jasmine Estrada.
There's no way it's not Jasmine Estrada.
Indeed it is.
Of course you go to Jasmine Estrada.
So 18 into pinch hit for Fitzgerald, 2 down and the bases loaded. Now this is a moment. These are the moments you play for. Huskies put up 1 in the first, 3 in the third, gave up a 3-run bomb in the top of the 5th. They've plated 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. 97.5 Radio X, Kelly Loss Invitational. It's Husky softball. Jake Bedell, Ricky Clavercamp here on the call with you. Stay with us after this one wraps up. Could be a late one as we still have another game to play against the Southwest Minnesota State Mustangs. It seems like every game today has just drug its feet in the mud as Estrada looks at ball 1.
Estrada, she came in yesterday. She had a tough time at the plate as well. I believe she struck out.
Estrada chops at a breaking ball, sends it foul. That one just hung on Kress, and she's probably lucky it's not right back up the middle. Nonetheless, a 1-1 count.
Estrada struck out in the 4th inning yesterday on a 2-2 count. Came on in with runners in scoring position.
Kress offers the 1-1. Estrada takes out of the zone, 2-1 the count.
No, they called that a strike. That's,
I don't know about that one.
All I know is,
A 1-2 count to Estrada, bases loaded, 2 out, bottom of the 5th. The pitch, well outside, that's in the other batter's box. Estrada stays alive, and that is ball 2.
Kress really needs to work out of this jam right now.
Joe Molinar scored his 2nd goal of the hockey game for you Husky hockey fans out there. St. Cloud leads 3-1 over Western Michigan with just under 7 to go. Looking for their first win in 5. Estrada sends one to center field. That's an easy fly ball for the center fielder and picked up by Swift. That, Ricky Clavercamp, was 10 feet away from blowing this one open.
You would have been jumping up and down. You would have been peeking. Like no one can believe.
I've been known to get excited once or twice, and a pinch hit grand slam in the bottom of an inning, you believe I would have been excited. But Huskies strand 3 in the bottom of the 5th. They do plate 2. They take the lead right back 6-4 on 97.5 Radio X. Quick 30-second break. When we come back, Ricky Clavercamp will take you the rest of the way.
97.5 Radio X is now your home for St. Cloud Tech High School athletics.
Mohamed Youssef, and Youssef takes the shot and a save. Forced there by Kanan Hennon to push it over the bar, but
that means Tiger Athletics can be heard right here, from the court to the field, from the ice to the pitch. Your home for St. Cloud Tech Athletics is Radio X, including St. Cloud High School hockey, along with the Icebreakers.
Pass connects. Shot there, Carlson. Save, rebound, loose puck in the slot, and St. Cloud scores!
You can listen to us live or find us at 97.5radiox.com.
Kirkberg back out on the mound. First pitch swung on, grounder to second, Krager to first. There's out number 1 to start us off. Right to it. Currently the score is 6-4. Thanks Jake Bedell for taking us through those middle innings.
No, my pleasure. We almost had a lot of fun in the bottom of the 5th.
Huskies put 2 across the plate to retake the lead. First pitch strike there to Holzhauer. So they're going to go with Kirkberg probably throughout the rest of this game. That way you have Thompson and Eichhoff to do the next one. The 0-1, that swung on, hit in the air to right. That's going to drop for a base hit.
Yeah, not much you can do there. Just found a nice gap in coverage, and lucky it's just a single to Holzhauer.
Up steps Servas. She's 0 for 2 today. She lined out to center her last time up. Oh no, she lined out to the third baseman, her first baseman the last time up. That was that double play of 3 unassisted. She also grounded back to the pitcher back in the second. The pitch, that swung on, hit in the air to left. Going back, that's, I believe, it's going to be a ground rule double will be the ruling here.
Did that stay in, Ricky?
That did stay in, says the second base umpire. I thought it was gone.
It looked to me like it easily cleared the fence. It had the jump off the bat. We'll see what the official ruling is. 1 run does score.
No, they're going to hold the run.
Oh, they are.
It's going to be a ground rule double.
Ground rule double. Okay. Yeah, it looked for sure to me, and maybe that's maybe that's on me, but it looked for sure to me like that had that one had jumped over the fence.
So early in this one, early in the sixth, we got runners in scoring position, 1 out. Up steps Jones. She struck out her last time up. The pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. Jones 0 for 2 today as well. The Cougars only have 4 hits on the game. The pitch. High and away.
Now, you mentioned it when they put that 4th run across the plate, Ricky. They only had 3 hits on the game. They've got 5 now, 2 of them coming in this inning. As, of course, 2 walks wound up proving costly for St. Cloud State as a 3-run bomb followed.
The 1-1. That swung on, hit in the air to left, going back and making the grab there is Bolin. The runner will score from third, and it will advance everyone. The sac fly works, and it's a 1-run game.
So the second out, but an RBI as Holtoiter comes home to score. Cuevas will stand at third base. So the tying run 90 feet out for the Cougars here in the top of the 6th.
So here comes straight up to bat. She's 1 for 3, or she's 0 for 2 today with a walk. Walked and scored in the first. That one's outside, ball 1. (6-5) currently our score. They have 1 run across already. Yeah, Cuevas at third, just 60 feet away. The pitch, chopper to short, Langenberg to first, in time to get him. Good play by Vanden Langenberg.
Well, that's a great range by Vanden Langenberg to be able to scoop up that bobbling ground ball, spin around and fire to McFarland over at first base, and to get it in time as you had the speedy leadoff runner and Kylan Straight, headed for the bag, but Huskies escaped that one, only giving up a run.
Yeah, new score line, 6-5 after the 5.5. Bottoms of the order, Krager, then top of the order, Bolin and Pinkowski right after this.
Alternative music was awesome in the 90s. Progressive artists and bands had a profound effect on what we call rock music today. The spirit of alternative music is still alive and well. New alt-rock artists are still innovating and changing the music landscape. You want to hear what alternative and progressive music sounds like today? Check out our sister station, KVSC, at 88.1 FM. You can hear the latest in progressive rock, punk, hip-hop, blues, and even folk and bluegrass music. KVSC 88.1 FM, your sound alternative.
Inside the Husky Dome. Huskies currently lead this one by a score of 6-5. And meanwhile, over behind us at the Herb Brooks National Hockey Center, Huskies looking to take home a win as they're getting down in crunch time. They're up by a score of, I believe that was 4-1. Yeah, they're down with under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, Joe Molinar double-dipped in that game. Not a name you expect to score 1 goal, let alone 2, if we're being frank about it. And Kyler Kupka just put the Huskies up by a score of 4-1. A big potential win here for St. Cloud State against a big conference foe.
Krager shows bunt. She holds up. As that's ball 1. Hannah Kress out there again, and they have to keep her out there, really. Gotta have 2 pitchers. Well, you don't really need to, actually. This is the last game, as that one's strike 1. So you can really go through your entire lineup here.
This is
Sioux Falls.
Their last game for the next 2 weeks. They'll take on St. Cloud State here at the Kelly Loss Invitational. Their next game will be in Topeka, Kansas at the Washburn Invite.
Krager waves at that one.
And that's a tournament St. Cloud State will also be attending. The 2 teams will not play each other, though.
1-2 count. Yeah, don't need to, really. I mean, you're going to play each other enough in the regular season. 1-2. At the eyes.
Good hold off there as That was Crest just trying to get Krager on the riser, get her hacking at it.
Riser's the hardest one to hit. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Crest's second strikeout.
Now you mentioned toughest one to hit is that just riser, but just looks so nice. You know?
It does.
That looks like the one you want to go Oppo Taco on, and I mean, most times you can't even get the barrel of the bat to it.
That says Brooke Bowen. She's 2 for 2 today with a walk as well, so she's reached all her times up. That one sliced foul over to the third base dugout. Bowen's had herself one heck of a game. Reached back in the first. Got to second on a fielder's choice. Didn't score. Then in the third, she singled and scored. And then in the fifth, she singles and scored. The pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. Strike 2.
Gonna have to battle back in this one, falling down 0-2 in the count to Hannah Kress.
Here it is. Chopper to the mound. Kress to Vandervoog. And that is going to be out number 2.
It's an easy play there. Bolin just hacked one right back up the middle. The pitcher able to field it. It was Kress to the former pitcher in Vanderswag. And a nice easy 1-3 on the putout. 2 down in the inning for St. Cloud State.
As up steps Pinkowski. She's 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error back in the third. The pitch. Strike taken at the knees. Kress a lot more efficient this inning. And that's exactly what you needed. The 0-1. Ball inside.
Just inside the strike. Just inside on the hitter there.
That was very close. And Pinkowski's basically lined up. Her hands are right even with the batter's box. The pitch. High at the eyes. 2-1. So you got SCSU hockey, you had women's hockey. Also out today, not really in college sports, MLB lockout news. As that one swung on and missed. We'll have to get to that one next inning. Or never mind, that's 2-2. I got my count wrong.
It is 2-2, yes.
So 2-2. But MLBPA not really too happy with the owner's deal that they put forward. The 2-2. Swung on, hit in the air to right. That ball's back at the wall. Gone! Pinkowski with her first home run of the game, home run of the season. And the Huskies have a 2-run lead once more. It's 7-5.
Well, put a charge into that one, Alexandra Pinkowski. That was an absolute nuke over the right field wall. I mean, some of these you kind of have to wonder, is it going to go, is it not going to go? The depth perception is kind of tough from our angle here at the Husky Dome, but I mean, that was a no-doubter of all no-doubters. You flip the bat on that one, skip your way to first, and move around the bases. That thing was gone.
That one was one heck of a hit. So Pinkowski scores on the home run to right. All Straight could do is turn around and watch. As up steps Vanden Langenberg. Reached on an error last time up. Oh no, she singled her last time up. It should have been, I think. Nope, she didn't reach on error, so she's 1 for 3 today. Takes the first pitch inside, ball 1. Looking to extend this Husky lead. Here it is. Takes at the hands. And that's the thing with Kress. If you get a run on her, she starts to lose her cool. Lose her command, and you can start lighting her up.
Now's the time. That was a statement home run. Pinkowski just hit.
Strike called right down Broadway.
That home run had some sass behind it.
Absolutely. Vanden Langenberg, she reached on an error back at just 1 inning ago. She also scored. And then she also scored on reached and scored on a double back in the third as that one hits the ceiling. 2-2. Kress looking to get out of the inning here. Huskies looking to add on to it. 7-5 currently our score. 2-2 count, 2 outs. The pitch. Checks her swing. There's no way she went. As
you had it right there, Ricky.
Cuervas, I don't know what you don't need to check on that one.
For those of you keeping track of the multiple points Ricky and I keep clamoring back and forth about, the Huskies have won their first in their last 5 games, taking a big 3 conference points over Western Michigan just across the way.
That one's fouled straight back. So good for the Huskies, and welcome to all you who are tuning in from that game. We're in the bottom of the 6th. It's the 3-2 count currently to Vanden Langenberg with 2 outs. 7-5 Huskies lead. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to center field. Swift has it under her, and she's got it. So, F8 will end the inning. New scoreline. An absolute bomb from Pinkowski makes it a 7-5 game. We'll be right back for the top of the 7th, possibly the last, on Radio X.
Oh my God, Caleb, I can't find the score of the Husky game anywhere. Do you know what the score is?
Yeah, of course. It's 4-2.
What? How do you know that?
Oh, wait. Did I say 4-2? I meant 5-2. Blake Lazat just netted his second of the game.
Let's go Huskies. All right, but how do you know this?
All you have to do is follow KVSC Hockey. They tweet live from all the Husky games.
That's unreal. Do they only update the scores?
No, they don't only update you about the scores. They also update you on penalties, and they're even interactive with all the fans that tweeted them during the games.
That's crazy. How do I get in on that action?
So, all you have to do is follow KVSC Hockey on Twitter, and you can be in on the action today.
I think I know who's getting my next follow.
Back inside the Husky Dome, Ricky Klopkamp, Jake Bedell. It's the top of the 7th. New pitcher, Emma Eichhoff, comes to the mound. Saw her in that exhibition against St. Ben's. She looked pretty good, actually.
She did look pretty good. Had some good control on some stuff. We saw a lot of confident breaking balls up in the zone to catch some pitchers off speed. She brings a lot of good stuff. She's got a good fastball. And she will definitely dispense of you efficiently if you let her get ahead in counts.
As closing the book here on Kirkberg. She goes 3 innings pitched. First pitch from Eichhoff, strike 1 called to Swift. Kirkberg, 3.0 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, 4 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout as well as we close the book on her. The pitch. Inside. Ball 1. Huskies go through 3 pitchers today, but Emma Eichhoff should be good to go for the second one as well. That one swung on, hit in the air to left. Moving over is Bolin, and it goes down foul. Makes it 1-2.
Yeah, Bolin was just trying to get her feet moving to range over and make that play, and
just unable to do it.
Just unable to do it indeed.
Cougars need 2 to stay alive in this one. We've seen a bevy of extra inning games so far. The pitch. Checks her swing. Did she go? No. That will peel down to third. Yeah, she did not go. Makes it even at 2 apiece. Lexi Swift, 0 for 2 today. She reached on a walk and then scored on the Vanderswag home run that tied the game up at the time. The pitch. Check didn't go, and it's outside. Full count. Emma Eichhoff trying to close it. Earn herself the save. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Off speed, gets Swift, looking like a fool too, spinning around up there. That's out number 1. Kylie Madrid up to bat. She's 1 for 2 today. She also walked her last time up. The pitch. Strict call on the outside corner. Singled back in the 3rd as well. The pitch. Low. Ball 1. Top of the 7th here of game 1. Game 2 will be following almost immediately after, so stay tuned.
I'd imagine that's a 9 o'clock start there, Ricky.
Absolutely. We're going to be here a while. That one's sliced into right field. That one's going to be caught by a ranging Weinberger. 2 down.
That's a good momentum stop right there. I mean, you give Madrid a home run there, she makes this a 1-0 game, and you very well might be going to the bottom of the 7th to try and come back in this one again. But a nice ranging grab by Weinberger, as you mentioned, just moving towards the center of the outfield, pardon me.
As Vanderswag will come in.
And this is the one that burned you last time if you're St. Cloud State.
High ball 1.
She's got a 3-run homer in this game.
And it was an absolute bomb to right center.
Both home runs we've seen have been to that same spot.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. So to start the ball game, we were only seeing foul balls down that left field line.
That one misses outside, ball 2.
And this one, frankly, Ricky, you gave up a 3-run homer to Vanderswag in her last at bat. I imagine a 4-pitch walk here, and you pitch to Jaden Haley.
Yeah, Haley's 0 for 3 today.
No sense in even flirting with someone who's already burned you as bad as Vanderswag has.
That one misses high, ball 3. And you're right, 3-pitch walk is definitely the way to go. Despite Vanderswag being 1 for 2 today, the pitch low and in the dirt. Yeah, don't even give her anything to swing at.
No need. 2 outs in the inning, and all you got to do, produce a ground ball, get a strikeout, face someone who's not showing off the power here tonight.
As we're going to have a pinch hitter here, I think Haley's going to be taken out here in favor of someone else.
And this is a smart move by the coaching staff of the Cougars here. I mean, you've one out
they're
left.
going to do a pinch runner. As the tying run is at home.
So the trust in Jaden Haley to put a charge into this ball. Of course, exchanging notes with Vanderswag, probably talking about what pitch you want to sit on that you might see from Emma Eichhoff. One charge of this bat ties the ball game here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th.
Emma Spazzeri comes in to run. So, tying run at the plate. The pitch to Haley. Waves at strike 1.
That's a game-tying swing right there. A big swing right over a pitch she saw from Eichhoff.
Eichhoff in line currently to get the save. Vanderswag currently in line to get the L. Or no, not actually. It's going to be Kress in line to get the loss. I believe. And then there'll be Kirkberg in line to get the win. The pitch. Ball low, 2-1.
Yeah, this is where you want to start hitting the strike zone if you're Emma Eichhoff. Young freshman on the mound in a big spot, looking for that save. Cougars with a chance to tie up, and you don't want to give another base away for free here.
Jane Haley 0 for 3 today. The pitch. That one swung on, hit in the air to right. That one has a chance to fall, and it's fair. 1 run will score. They'll throw to second base in time to get him. And there wasn't even a chance for Spazzeri to score from first. The throw to second base gets Jaden Haley. And the Huskies win this one by a score of 7-5.
Well, a great put out. As you've got Weinberger ranging out that right field corner, able to just grab a ball. May have been Pinkowski even pinching over from center. Able to make the grab, fire a strike right to the second